Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Sick in this 6-Shot Gaming channel, and I am back with a Granblue Fantasy Versus video for you today. This will be a Granblue Fantasy Versus, that's a lot of stuff to say, right? Granblue Fantasy Versus how to play God, and in this guide I'm gonna teach you the basic mechanics of how to play this game. I also will be giving you some little tad bits, little extra tips and tricks towards the end of the video of how to play this game at a more effective level. So to start this video off, you're going to talk about movement. So you have forward dashing. If you press double tap forward twice and hold forward, you will run. If you back dash, you get that type of back dash. If you press up, up back, or up forward, you will jump. There's also super jumps as well by pressing down and up in a quick succession, and you get super jumps as well. Even though this game is an anime fighter, unlike other anime fighters, there's no air dashing in this game. It's more grounded like Street Fighter. This game is basically the Street Fighter anime fighter, if that makes sense. So moving on to the normal. So we have a light attack, and when you're up close to your opponent, it's a close light attack, but when you're far away, you do a far light attack. Crouching normals in this game will always be the same no matter the distance, so keep that in mind. So next we got far medium, and we got a closer medium. Then you have far heavy, and you have a close heavy. So depending on your distance is the move you get. Then you have a unique attack with the X button, and Gran's is very different. Every character's unique attack is different. It's character specific, but it's always the same button. Everybody's unique attack will be the X button, so keep that in mind. Now, if you're up close to your opponent and you press the attack button multiple times, you will get an auto combo. You got 3 different ones. You got light, medium, and heavy. Now, if you're far away and you try to smash out the light button, but if you're not close enough, all you're going to do is get the far light or the far medium, so on and so forth. But if you're up close and you press the button in rapid succession, like light, 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 medium, 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 heavy, 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 you will get the auto combo. Now, if you press, you could press light, medium, heavy, but it's not really going to matter, because depending on what you start your auto combo with is the type of auto combo you get. So you could do light, medium, medium, but it's not going to change into a light, medium, medium auto combo. So keep that in mind. Now you got the jumping normal. So you got jumping light, you got jumping medium, you got jumping heavy, and you also have a jumping unique attack. It's character specific depending on the jumping unique attack, so keep that in mind as well. So moving on to grabs. So there's 2 ways to do the grabs. You can either press the L1 button, or you could press medium, light, medium together, or light and the unique attack together. And if you press forward, you get the forward grab. If you press back, you get the back grab as you press in the corresponding buttons. Now the tech grabs is very simple in this game. All you gotta do is press the grab button at the same time your opponent tries to grab you. But there's 2 different tech timers in this game. So you have a perfect tech timing and a late tech timing. So a perfect tech timing is you tech the grab right on time as your opponent tries to grab you, and you get in this situation where both you and the opponent is neutral. And if you tech the grab late but you're still in that tech time window, you would get a late tech where you get a stumble to the ground and you be a little bit disadvantageous. You can also air grab as well, and it's the same exact button, and you can also tech grabs as well. Every single character in this game can do an air grab, so that's very important to know. Also, another universal thing that every character has is an overhead attack. You do this by pressing L2 button or medium and heavy, and you will do an overhead attack. This overhead attack will hit crouching, blocking opponents. Also, if you hit your opponent with an overhead attack and it ends up being a counter hit, you could chain into a combo directly after. When the normal hit overhead attack, you cannot chain into nothing at all. Every character also has a universal sweep. You do this by pressing down and a unique attack button or down X, and it puts you into a state where you're down, which is a hard knockdown. So there's certain moves in this game that causes hard knockdowns, right? So a move like this doesn't cause a hard knockdown, but your sweep causes a hard knockdown. And from there, you can go into like meaty setups and so on and so forth from the hard knockdown. Now, there's two ways to block in this game. There's a block button, and you can just block by pressing back. Now, there's a use for the block button, right? Because a block button, you have certain mechanics tied to it. So normally, say you're walking forward and you try to block like standing, you would end up moving backwards, right? So, as an example right here, say your opponent's trying to zone you out and you're walking forward. For you to stop your movement from going backwards, you have to crouch block. But if you use the block button, that's not the case at all. And as you just seen, there's something else you could do with the block button as well. If you press back in the block button, you can do a spot dodge that dodges projectiles. If you press forward in the block button, you will do a roll and you go right through your right through the projectile. You could also roll right past your opponent as well. Think of this as a CVS type of roll, and think of the spot dodge like Smash Brothers. So moving on, we're going to be talking about special moves and Granblue Fantasy Versus. So special moves in Granblue Fantasy Versus is very unique compared to other fighting games. So there's a simple way to do your special move, and your R1 button is tied to your special moves. And you have 4 different types of special moves, right? So if you want to do the simple version, like the fireball, all you gotta do is just press R1. And as you can see, kind of RPG like, there's a cooldown until you're able to do another special move. If you want to do the uppercut, you just press forward and R1. If you want to do one of his Grans or any other character advancing forward moves, you just press down or back and R1 to get these special moves out. And like I said, there are cooldowns to these special moves, especially if you're using the simple way to do it. Now, the simple version for these special moves works very, very well for people who doesn't have the highest execution. So, especially when you're doing link combos, you need really, really good execution to do the menu version of these special moves. So, it's better to just go into the simple version, even though you have a longer cooldown, which I'm going to talk about later when we get into the menu version of these moves. But it's easier to execute doing the simple version than doing the normal or menu version of the special moves. So just keep that in mind. So now we're going to talk about the menu version of do the special moves. So the menu version is just like any other fighting game. It's like a quarter circle forward or a dragon punch input or quarter circle back and so on and so forth. Now the reason why you would do the menu version over the simplified version of the special move is because the cooldown is way shorter than the normal version. Alright, so here's the difference between doing the main version and the cooldown between that and the cooldown between a simplified version. As you can see, the cooldown takes way longer to come back from a simplified version than from the main version, so keep that in mind. Also, some characters' moves is different when it comes to the simplified version compared to the normal version. But like I said, the main reason between these two versions is the cooldown difference. Like, you have a cooldown upside when you do the normal version, but you have the execution upside when you do the simplified version. So just keep these two things in mind. So moving on from there, when you do the simplified version, there's 3 different strengths. You got your light, your medium, and you got your enhanced version. And the enhanced version with all moves will always have a longer cooldown, right? But if you want to do the simplified version of these moves but add a stronger strength, you have to press the corresponding button to that strength. So if you want to do the medium version or the enhanced version, you have to press R1 in the medium button or R1 in the heavy button to do the exact strength of the simplified version of that move. So moving on, we're going to talk about enhanced moves. So normally enhanced moves in other fighting games takes a resource of meter, but in this game that's not the case. Enhanced moves is always access you always have access to your enhanced moves as long as your skill or your special moves is not on a cooldown. So the one good thing is about your enhanced moves is that you actually gain a lot of meter by doing your enhanced moves. You also gain meter by running forward, taking hits, blocking, or dealing damage as well. These are all the ways you can gain meter in this game. And once you gain meter in this game and you have 100% meter, you have access to do your skybound art, or you could just call this your super and Granblue Fantasy Versus. So to be able to do your super and Granblue Fantasy Versus, you have to have 100% meter. And once you have 100% meter, there's two ways to do the super. You could do quarter circle forward and the R1 button, or quarter circle forward twice and the heavy button, and you do your skybound art. Now there's a way to do an even stronger super in this game, and it's your super skybound art, or your ultimate, which you could just call it. And you do this by having, the requirements is you have to have 100% meter, plus you have to have your health below 30% or below, and you have access to your super skybound art. And you do this by pressing quarter circle forward, R1 and X, or quarter circle forward twice and X, and you're able to do your skybound art. So as I just showed you, I just did the skybound art with the simplified version, which is quarter circle forward, R1X, or the more manual version of it is quarter circle forward twice and X. And you can easily put your supers, your skybound art, or your super skybound art into a combo just like so to get massive damage. So yeah. So moving on, this game has other mechanics we're going to talk about. So this game has a just guard mechanic, and you do this by pressing back or down back exactly as the attacker is about to hit you with the proper timing. You don't mitigate chip damage, but you do gain meter when you block this way. You can also block in the air as well. The only thing is that there are certain moves that is air unblockable. So a move like Catalina's Enhanced Dragon Punch is air blockable, and you cannot guard against that move at all in the air. Now another thing in this game is that you're not going to be really doing too much crazy combos unless you're in the corner just like so. But if you're not in the corner, the combos doesn't really get too big when you're not in the corner. So I want to teach you a difference, right? So if you're going to punish, right, sometimes it's better to punish for less than it is to punish for more. Now the situation you just saw, I did a regular heavy attack into a special move, and I did a heavy attack auto combo to a special move, and I got more damage with the auto combo, right? But now in this situation, I did my auto combo to my skybound art and got that amount of damage, and I did a regular heavy attack into my skybound art and got more damage than I did from my heavy auto combo. So just keep that in mind when it comes to punishing your opponent. Sometimes less is more. Now I'm going to show you the difference between certain characters when it comes to using the simplified version of their skills or special moves and doing the move manually. So that was Ladiva's simplified version of his or hers command grab. I don't know what's the deal with this character. And this is the basically normal version of the command grab. Now it's harder execution wise to do this move, but you get more damage when it comes to Ladiva when it comes to this move. Now moving on, I want to talk about the combo structure in this game. So there is auto chain combos, and this is a light version of a simple combo, but you can do a link combo instead and get a significant amount of more damage just like so. So auto combos has its uses, but later on you're going to want to learn link combos, because like I just saw, the auto combo did less damage than the link combo of a simple medium into the enhanced skill set. So it's very, very important to learn your link combos, especially when it comes to pressure in this game and so on and so forth. Now, of course, this is an execution thing, trying to do link combos, but the reward is going to be much greater in the end. So I just showcased a auto combo that did a pretty good amount of damage, but if I do a link combo of the same, I'm going to get even more damage, as I'm going to showcase right now. So this is pretty much the same type of setup of the combo, but just doing link instead of an auto combo. And just look at the difference of the damage. I did a good amount more damage than I did with the auto combo. So if you're able to execute this combo, I will go for the link combos. So this game has certain link combos that doesn't work unless the opponent is standing or crouching and so on and so forth. So the first example of me trying this link combo of Gran standing, and this example right here is me actually able to link the combo because of Gran crouching. So you have to play around and see what works and what doesn't work when it comes to your links. Your late combos is very, very good to use after you hit with a counter hit overhead attack, because you could easily confirm into the combo with no problem. So I just showed the damage difference between a medium version chain combo into a medium link combo. The damage is definitely different, and here's the same when it comes to the heavy. The first combo you seen was auto combo heavy, and the second one was a link heavy. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much the end of the road for this video. This has been a Granblue Fancy versus How to Play God. Hopefully you was able to learn something new in this video and you enjoyed the video. If you did learn something new and enjoy the video, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. I will be doing guides and combo videos and so on and so forth for this game. So if you want to see something in this game, or you want to see a certain character and so on and so forth, just hit the comment section below and let me know exactly what you want to see. But besides that, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Check out some of our past content. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell and hit the all tab to get notified every time I drop a new vid for you. Also, if you want to help support my channel in any type of way at all, you can check the links below to go do so. But besides that, I hope all you have a nice day. Peace.
Running, running, whoa. This is what we do. This is what we do. Running, yeah.